Hey everyone, welcome to today's edition of Leader Tip Tuesday. I hope you guys were able to receive the two emails that I sent you last week. There was one on Tuesday and one on Friday. Tuesday's email was about the 10 steps to do after someone buys their premium starter kit. And Friday's video was actually from a sister oiler in Alabama, Lindsay Hitchens, who has kindly enough allowed me to share her strategic placement training videos that she's done. Those come in a 4-part set and they're about 7 minutes each. So if you could possibly take some time this week and maybe next week to look over those, I think you'll find that it's very helpful. She's been gracious enough to open up all of her business training to people, even those who are not in her group. And I think it would do you guys well to maybe browse around her channel a little bit and you can probably learn some stuff. She's really got a great business mind, and I'm gleaning a lot from her. So today we're going to be discussing a business plan. Now, it's just so important as your business grows that you do some goal setting. It's also very important that you have a very simple business plan in place. Actually, if you're ever audited by the IRS, one of the things they look for is someone who has a business plan written up. Now, again, this can just be one simple page of who you are and what you plan to do. It doesn't have to be anything complicated. But they do tend to look for that because in order to get a tax write-off, it has to be a job, not a hobby. And I do know for all of you that are still just doing it part-time, that's not a problem. It is still considered a legitimate business, so I don't want this to scare you or make you worry, but that is something that they look for. Okay, so we're going to talk about goal setting. And I'm going to give you guys just a little acronym. This is something, again, that I've learned from Lindsay Hitchens, and she has done this for herself personally, so I'd like to challenge you to do it as well. And it is the acronym SMART. Okay, this is something that you can use each letter and kind of write out some goals that you can set. And we're going to start with the letter S. And the letter S stands for specific. So, for instance, for 2015, I know it's March, but we still have plenty of year left to set our goals. What are your specific goals within your Young Living business? For myself, one of my specific goals is to be gold by convention. Convention is in August of this year, and right now I'm hovering between executive and silver. I was silver in January, dropped down to executive in February. I'm trying to work back up to silver this month. You know, if it doesn't happen, no big deal. I'm still working for it. But my goal is to be gold by August. To be gold, I have to have a specific number, and I'll go over that in our next step. So that's my specific goal. My year-specific goal is I would really love to be platinum by the end of 2015. If not, I would love to be platinum early in 2016. So those are my specific goals that I have set, and I've written those down as part of my SMART plan. Okay, we'll talk about the M. M is what is the measurable part of that goal. So for instance, for me, in order to be gold by August, I need to have 35,000 OGV in my monthly sales, and I need to have 3 individual legs at 6,000. So in order to do that, I have to be able to set goals to reach that. So that is my measurable part of that specific goal. So you have your S, specific, M is measurable. We'll go on to A, and that is action. So at that point, if my goal is to be gold by convention and to be hopefully platinum by the end of the year, what is going to be my action step for that? So obviously you can't sit back and just hope that it happens. You have to be able to set action steps. At this point, what I am going to do is go to somebody within my organization or maybe one of my sister organizations and find out what action steps they took to get to that level. So I'm working with a gold right now, and I'm going to be looking for a platinum, hopefully who can guide me. As a silver, I know specifically what I've done, so I'll be happy to help people if they have questions about that. I'll have to have a specific, I'm sure, number of classes, maybe possibly sign up a specific number of people a month, probably see who's on Essential Rewards. I mean, I'm sure there will be specific things, but I haven't gotten to that point yet. but action is going to be my next step. So this is literally something you can put out a calendar and say, okay, I want to do this, this, and this by April, and I want to do this, this, and this by May, and I want to do this, this, and this by June, and so on and so on. Another thing is you want to be specific. You want to have a measurable goal. You want to take action steps. But is probably the most important. You want to be realistic. Now, for those of you who've known me, I am a dreamer. I love to dream big. Sometimes my huge dreams, it's hard to actually go, okay, realistically, how are we going to do that? So R is realistic. What can you do realistically to reach those goals? And what are realistic goals? I don't plan to be Royal Crown Diamond by December of this year. Realistically, I think getting to gold and pushing towards platinum could happen. So you want to have realistic measures in place. Realistically, I would like to help pay some bills, and that's part of a realistic goal in getting to those ranks. Now, with that realistic, let's take a minute and have fun with it and dream. Because at this point, Lindsay Hitchens calls these those hairy, scary wishes, those hairy, scary goals. Set something big, like that you would like to make enough money to replace your husband's income, or that you would like to make enough money to be able to pay for your child's college. You know, those are kind of some cool things that you can do within those realistic goals. You can have a little dream section and write those down. So the last part of our step is a timetable. So the T is timetable. And that kind of goes back to A, which is our action step. You literally want to get a calendar out and look at it. I know my daughter and I watched a great movie last weekend about Gabby Davis, the gymnast. And when she was trying to get to the Olympics, it was actually very unrealistic for her to try and go because the short amount of time she had to train at that level. So what her coach did is he literally got a calendar out and put it on huge whiteboards on the wall of their gym and wrote the important dates and what she needed to be by the time she got to those points. And every day they'd mark an X on the calendar, every day. So I truly think that you can use a timetable in your business when you set those goals. Write down when you'd like to achieve them, and then each and every day set your timetable. What do I need to do by this point? What do I need to do by this point? This is something that we can use and apply in every area of our life, not just in our Young Living business. I think this is a great tool to teach our children. I know we probably all try to do that. So I hope that you will be able to take this information today and learn how to be smart with your Young Living business, because you guys are smart anyway. But kind of chew on this week, and if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. If you're really enjoying what you're getting with our It's Just How I Oil channel and Leader Tip Tuesday, please subscribe and share with a friend, because I would love for this information to go to people. It doesn't matter if they're in our group or not. I'd love to see people grow and live their dreams. So until next time, I just pray that you will be happy. I pray that you will be healthy. I pray that you will be oily and that you will live free. Why? Because it's just how I oil.